The vocals are arguably the most important part of a song, unless it's an instrumental. Anything that gives us the opportunity to make vocals stand out and have way more impact on the listener is more than welcome. Well then, craft your vocals with Atmos in mind. How, why, I'll explain. Well, with Atmos, we have more space to create vocal arrangements and experiment with placement and textures that, in my honest opinion, create a much more powerful listening experience than traditional stereo, and yes, even on regular headphones. Let's dive into a recent mix, dissect it a bit, and compare the stereo and Atmos versions. Please put on your headphones for this. So here are my tracks, all nicely cleaned up, labeled, color-coded, and put in folder track stacks, not summing stacks, so I can have access to a VCA to control the level of the different sections and to write some automation. Okay, so let's play a little bit the first verse so we can see where the lead vocal and it's also a whisper track. So you check this out.
Fire, fire, let's pyre.
Soloing the vocal.
Burn it all.
Select it here. See what we're doing.
And expire. The
It's a
skin
whisper
shows.
track.
The bones tire
It adds that sheen
to
without
the fire.
with.
To the fire.
It's like a hidden effect. And what I've done here is, if you look at the lead vocal, it's spread to the wides over the left and over the right. And the whisper is an object. And I basically have it up here in the front. So it kind of hits you like this. It's like a hidden voice that comes to you. It's a separate voice. It's different. It's not the same thing as the lead vocal. And here's the lead vocal, the double that comes in.
No. 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 No.
And there's also, listen to this part, some delays and effects that were printed from the mix. I call it ITB for in the box, but those are not actually in the box effects. They're all kinds of weird outboard delays and things.
Fire, fire.
Doing anything here?
Let's pyre.
Oh, it's just a low cut
Burn it
or high pass.
all.
And a multiband. What am I doing with the multiband?
And expire. The skin shows.
Getting some de-essing done on the
The
effects
bones tire.
with the multiband when needed.
So throw me in to the fire.
So let's introduce some of the BGVs here. Okay, let's see what they're doing.
No.
Placement. Let's go to this part here that has more. Oh, it's the chorus. Let's not go to that part yet. But you see how simple the stack is, right? Yet it sounds beautifully wide and perfect for that part of the song. Need to say that even though I did have the permission to utilize the Atmos format for what it is, and to the best of my abilities, of course, and not try to exactly match the stereo version, there were a few parts where things got very challenging, but I'll share those a bit later. Now let's look at this area here where all the effects are coming in. Okay, the vocal effects, all the ad-libs. Let me solo these so you can hear them.
A dark tower.
Okay, let's do this again.
For our turn. A dark tower.
Okay, and we're gonna introduce them.
Looming
Let's loop
ghost.
this so you can hear it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna introduce these one by one. Let's just do the weird ad-libs by themselves. Here, let's do the voice audio, we call this guy. He's just a voice. Speaking his own language. Oh, I left the effects in. Get those out. Here's the voice audio again. Placement. Right there. Right here. Okay. Let's do the... You hear they say fire, fire. What are these? I forgot. Let me hear these. These two guys here. Just different voices. Let's hear this one.
Fire over my skin, the ash, fire inside the fire.
And some screams. There's a really cool scream there by Soteris. It's really cool. So, let's add the rest of the leads.
A dark tower, a looming ghost.
And here's where you have the bells and the ghost effect and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna do the bells. Let me just do the ghost effect here. Look at this. Actually,
Dark tower, a looming ghost, a long hour.
And of course, there's automation behind this thing. I think I've shown it in another video as well. You see the automation here. Okay, and let's listen to some more stuff. Actually, let's play the whole thing, this whole section that we've been playing, but with the rest of the mix in it. Let's do this.
Waiting patiently for our turn.
Look at the spread.
Dark tower, a looming ghost,
Let's see, it flies back
long hour.
over your head.
The sky cries, a song dire from
On speakers it sounds incredible, but it also sounds so good in headphones. The experience, for me at least, is better. It's more enjoyable. There's more space to get all those little things heard better. So let's go to the right before the last chorus, where we have some crowd and some additional things and a choir and all that kind of stuff. Let's hear this.
Gathered round the ashes it burns, stripped of everything we rise, waiting patiently for our turn.
Okay, let's break this apart a little bit here. Here, let's just play it from the bridge.
Of us will transpire, gathered round the ashes it burns, stripped of everything we arise, waiting patiently for our turn.
You see, you hear the little it's a little bit off, but in the stereo version you can't hear it. Here it just pokes, but we talked about it and we're like, yeah, we haven't tuned really anything in this thing, so let's not. So we didn't tune it. You can hear it a little better. There's a little bit off, but it's like, you know, again, Pyre is a song about all these people following their cult leader into a fiery pit. That angst needs to show. I don't think that gets represented well by a perfectly tuned vocal. You know, so let's play this one by one here. Whisper. Here's some fugue back there. You see here we're using actually the bass in coming from the back, and here, well, wait until you hear the other one as well. Here. Without. We add the bass vocals to the back, and it kind of gives it this power. It's really interesting.
Best of us will transpire, gathered round the ash as it burns, stripped of everything we arise, waiting patiently for our turn.
See, all these are in the bed.
Gathered round the ash as it burns,
besides the whisper, which we have as an object here.
Stripped of everything we arise, waiting patiently for our turn.
Of course, all the Visodian stuff here, all the Vox AdLibs, all those are objects, just because they move and they do stuff. Though I tend not to move things around too much, but you know, want to make sure that they get their proper treatment here. So let's play this with the mix.
Gathered round the ash as it burns, stripped of everything we arise, waiting patiently for our turn.
Please keep keep in mind that we are working with the multitrack, but a lot of the editing and processing has already been done and baked in the tracks during the production and during the stereo mixing process. So what I've done here is I have two different versions of the lead vocals and the background vocals. Okay, here are the tracks. There's 5 and there's 9 tracks of vocals here. And we have a version in Atmos and a version in stereo. They're identical, right? Even the treatment is identical. Let's look at this. So Vox lead in the Atmos, just some Pro Q3. What am I doing here? Like a little resonance, I guess, that I didn't like. And the de-esser here, and I think this is the same exact thing, and it is indeed. And their levels are the same. So let's look at this now. Our Atmos is here in the Dolby render. Okay, so let's do this. Lead vocals.
Best of us will transpire, gathered round the ash as it burns, stripped of everything we rise, waiting patiently for our turn.
So do you see you see they're exactly the same, right? But because of the different technologies, it sounds a little different. And in stereo. Obviously, the stereo sounds louder.
And the best of us will transpire, gathered round the ash as it burns, stripped of everything we arise, waiting patiently for our turn.
So let's try to compensate here a little bit with the level. Let's see. See, now that they're kinda level matched, how different the Atmos sounds, how more wide and more interesting. Atmos sounds clearer and more defined. My honest opinion, of course. You can have yours and actually leave it in the comments below. Let's look at all the vocals together now. The Atmos vocals with the stereo. Let's see, now we might need to adjust though. Let's see.
best of us will transpire.
To bring it closer, we have here we have a distorted vocal. Okay. Versus this guy. Okay, so there's a difference there, so we need to lower this guy here. Let's do it again. That's about right. Now let's listen to it again.
Ash as it burns, stripped of everything we arise, waiting patiently for our turn. Of us will transpire.
See, it's a weird game of trying to balance everything between stereo and Atmos, because they're different beasts. They're different animals. I think it's just as closer as we can get it to listen to the differences. All the differences you're listening to are because of the technology, are because of the Atmos spread. And again, all these are dry, right? There's no reverbs, there's nothing here. It's just arranging using panning.
Best of us will transpire. Gathered round the ash as it burns, stripped of everything we arise, waiting patiently for our turn. Best of us will transpire. Gathered round the ash as it burns, stripped of everything we arise, waiting patiently for our turn.
And think about this, we're comparing the binaural outputs, right? How these would sound in these babies. We're not comparing this in an actual system. You know, this is how the Atmos plays in headphones. It's not in a multi-speaker system, not in a car with a multi-speaker Atmos system, not in a sound bar, not in 2 or 3 connected single speakers, or one speaker like the new Sonos with the gazillion little speakers spitting directional audio all over the place. This is only for headphones. Atmos also plays in headphones. It wasn't made for headphones. So even if the way it sounds in headphones is better, just imagine in a real system, which we can't do because we can't do in YouTube. So try it, see how different it sounds, and if you prefer it, if you like it. I do.